Hey guys, welcome back, Attack. I'm Skyline Shore, and this is going to be my first impression review on Survarium. However, I need to say that Survarium does not have all of its game modes unlocked right now, and that's kind of a little bit of a tragedy, but in the end, we will be getting that game mode, which is the open world survival game mode, as well as other game modes. Hopefully, there's going to be more added into the game, but right now, we just kind of have the team deathmatch game mode. There is going to be free-for-all, there's going to be the open world sandboxy kind of thing. That's really what Survarium's really selling itself on, is the open world sandbox gameplay. So it's a little bit worried that they haven't really done anything with that right now. So they're just kind of fine-tuning, though, the actual mechanics, the controls of the game. So if you go and download it right now for free, you can do that right now. You go on Steam, download it for free, you can play it. The public test servers right now, public, for free, guys. You can go and play, and you can play some team deathmatch. I could say right now, my first impressions was that I don't really like it. I feel like its control scheme and I guess its UI, its thematics, how it looks all the way to the UI and how it works mechanically, because you do have ammunitions, like you literally, in between the battles with Team Deathmatch, you have to actually equip different ammunitions, different weapons, and you have like little loadouts there. You do that pre-game. Then when you get into the game, you have your different loadouts that you pre-configured, and then you can use those. But you do have ammunitions, and you do have a sort of RPG-like system as well that happens outside of the arenas. And basically what I'm saying is the arena gameplay is just weird. I don't know. I do like the idea of having an arena, and we see this in Unturned, and we see this in a lot of servers. They have like little mini-maps where you could just PvP in for a lot of these bigger open-world games. But this game, I feel, it just doesn't, I don't know. I like that they're trying to polish it, but it's not that fun. Going into this right now, I don't think it's worth the time and effort to actually go and play and download right now. But I guess we could look at it and see what's in store for us, maybe? So Survarium, it's supposed to be a survival open world game. It's going to be PvP oriented, and it's essentially, I guess, it's supposed to be like a futuristic. Well, of course, it's going to be apocalyptic, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be high fantasy or super sci-fi. There are going to be some science fiction elements, but nothing too out there. Nothing like aliens or anything like that. It's just going to be your usual irradiated plants, things like that. And a lot of the game modes and the maps especially reflect this. You're going to have like some irradiated giant trees or mushrooms or just some really weird like anomalies, and that's kind of where the story is going as well. I looked on the website and was looking at some of the backstory for this game, and it seems that like the world is polluted, and because of this pollution there's some very weird creatures and weird anomalies occurring, and you have to go and I guess take some of these anomalies, you have to research these anomalies, and you can use that to, I guess, better yourself in some way. Maybe we're going to have some very interesting types of ammunition, maybe like irradiated ammunition, and stuff like that. Maybe, who knows? But some of the game modes is where you maybe like will capture the flag or capture the specimen or the, well, just, stuff like that. Thematically, it's basically capture the flag, but just, changed a little bit aesthetically, but basically it's the same thing. So that's my experience so far. I can't really say too much about the gameplay, like what we're really going to be experiencing whenever we're in the sandbox game mode, but I could say first-person shooter, team deathmatch mechanics, it feels weird. I missed a lot for some reason, and I don't know why this is. There's some games where it's just like the aim is not on point. It seems like there's some weird mouse acceleration, or there's just something weird going on, and I miss a lot in these kind of games. Let's see, that would be Grand Theft Auto in first person. There's some awkwardness with that, and of course that makes sense, and it's in this game, which is really weird. Now if I go play Call of Duty, if I go play another arena shooter, I have perfect aim, but there's just certain games, and it seems like, I don't know, they're not really utilizing first person like it really should be. Like, it's just not as solid as it could be. Well, so I guess I could say for an arena shooter, which right now that's kind of what it is, you play on little arenas, it's really not solid. These mechanics I would totally expect out of DayZ, H1Z1, where it's like slower paced, you don't really need to have the twitch skills or whatever. It's a little bit more strategic. But hunting, stuff like that, it doesn't really feel that good. It's not like you're going to be doing, I guess, dolphin dives or anything like that. Really, there's nothing special I can say mechanically about this game for Team Deathmatch. I'm just trying to rattle my brain thinking about like some really cool features, because it seems like all the cool features are really just kind of behind the curtain. Like, we just got like a little peek, We can't really see or talk about the game because I feel like the full game is it's the actual like sandbox game mode. I feel like that's where it's really meant to be played. Okay, so some things that are coming for Survarium. I can talk about what's coming. I do like the fact that we are able to pick a faction, and this is kind of like how it's kind of like a class. You can choose between like scavengers, and if you pick scavengers, then you're going to have a limit on the type of items that you can have. So when you pick a faction, you are limited. So maybe the scavengers can have gas masks, and then another faction cannot have gas masks. Though likewise, scavenger maybe won't be able to have RPGs. I don't know. I'm just saying, guys. Different factions have basically, it's kind of like a class limiter, essentially. I don't know how that's going to work in the sandbox mode, but that's how it works now. Maybe in the sandbox mode, you can actually go and pick up other people's items and weapons, but to start out with your loadout in the store and everything, you only have a certain equipment that you can start out with, but then when you get into the sandbox, it's a little bit different. So maybe that's how it's going to be. Again, all speculation, but overall, Survarium is not a great arena shooter at all. I would actually say turn away from it. But if you are very interested in the sandbox mode, if you love H1Z1, DayZ, maybe Infection Survival Stories, I think it's changing its name again, or I don't know, there's a weird sequel. If you are a fan of this genre, you might want to play it like I did. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm feeling gray about it. I'm pretty neutral. I want to see the sandbox game mode, but the team deathmatch, I'm definitely going to say give it a skip. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Skyline Shore with Attack Gaming. This was Survarium. If you want to try it out, it is for free on Steam. Go play it now. It's early access. Keep that in mind. And the full game is not released yet. So other than that, please come back, Attack, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
So thanks for watching. Be sure to leave this video a like, subscribe. You can find us on Twitter. _ Mark McDonald, NWC
No one wants to hear that shit.
No, they want to hear it. This is the first time they've made it all.
Maybe they do. No one wants to hear it. Everyone's like, oh, that was a really cool video. And then at the end, they're like, don't forget to subscribe. And everyone's like, oh, come on.
I tweet essentially to an open, empty room.